Hey, look, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed SBS by VGM. Oh no, correction. The man that plays our song for us, VGM. That is the correction of the title. Welcome to day 4, the late night crew. This is our pretty much last day of the HDNMarathon. We only have a few set of games left over. We got the one game that's starting us on a new day of the midnight of Death and Request by Endeavorgaming, the curfew war. Before we even go any further, I will let Endeavor take over. Just to make sure on the. I'll mention later the languages I'm still waiting on it. Go ahead, Endeavor. I'll mention the language once it pops up showing. You can introduce yourself and then we'll get started.
It don't matter for language because I have voices turned off in this game.
Oh,
So I don't
apparently.
hear that. I don't hear panting. So
Oh.
there was no voice option for this. So I don't even remember what the characters sound like. It's been so long. But hello, everybody, and welcome to Death and Request. What better way to bring in the new day than a horror game at nighttime? The only non-Neptunia game that will be featured in this marathon, and it is quite the spectacle. I'll try to explain a lot after we play this opening. Kind of quiet on my end, so I'm going to raise my volume up a little bit. Well, let me get to the opening so I know how much to raise it up. This sounds about how loud Victory was yesterday. Thank you, Nico! This is a banger of a song. Too bad it gets DMCA'd every time you upload it to YouTube. Blocked worldwide. No country is allowed.
There's no game sound because I turn it off. Unless he wants me to actually put it on.
No game sound. Oh, crap.
Well, I just don't have it on because it will overlap.
Oh, there's no point in playing the opening then, is there? We DMCA free. All right, everybody. We used to have to run this game on a fresh file every time because it keeps your settings and how far you made it, even when you start a brand new game. This game features cutscene unlockables. You view a cutscene, then you can get something in an extra menu. And in every new game, if you've beaten the entire game, you can literally just quite get like every single item from all the cutscene unlockables. So, but we realized instead of having to create a new file every single time, that's annoying. So we just pay attention to which of the cutscenes people go into, and if it's a cutscene that they've obviously seen by that point, then it's not a bannable run. So everything you'll see here is going to be within all the rules, I promise. All my settings are saved, just like all those cutscenes that you saw, or that I was talking about earlier. They are all saved, so I don't have to reset any of my settings. I just have to choose the difficulty. So I'll go ahead and do the countdown timer, and on go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Death End Request, as its name implies, it has a lot of death ends in it. Every single choice is a choice that advances the game or gives you a game over and you have to start pretty much from your last save. We will hopefully not have any eaten inputs to make us choose the wrong choice. This game also relies heavily on pressing the wrong buttons on a skill-based system to learn new skills. If you use exact skills, you have a chance of learning a new, higher one. What you saw me do there was I set triple of her 3 SP skill, and I'm going to have I believe it's a 16 or an 18% chance every time I do this combo of learning her 15 SP skill. We want that, we learned a 30 SP skill, Roku. Or Roku DN. It will benefit this early game and lose a lot of time if we don't get it. But after this early game, we don't ever use it ever again. So it's really only trying to save time right at the beginning here. And I got paralyzed, which gave the anteater there an extra turn. Alright, 2 tries, we still don't got it. 3 tries, we still don't got it. Alright, we got one more try to where we can really save time learning Roku DN. You can tell when we learn the skill by activating proccing the skill as soon as we learn it. And if we learn it on this first try of this fight coming up, after skipping 7 cutscenes here, we will hope to kill many of the skeletons all in one combo. This is where the time save from learning Roku DN early comes from. Will we get some good luck? Oh, we had the god skeletons. If we learn Roku DN, we might kill all of them. Okay, no, no good luck. It is a marathon after all. We can't get too good luck here. One more try since, well, there it is. I got one of them caught up in it. All right, so now we got that done. We're gonna try to learn her 15 SP skill, which is very important. We actually need that one for the whole game. And I'm botching these cutscene skips. We need to use this 10, 3, and 3. I don't know what the odds here are, but it's somewhere around 20 or more % each try. Now we're in our glitch form, so we do 10, 3, and then our glitch super attack. In this game, there's a glitch form that you get in by having your glitch percentage reach 100%. It's a really complicated little thing. I won't explain it too much. You'll see bugs on the ground in later fights. You saw some in those fights. They raise your bug percentage, and when you reach a 90, 80, you'll transform, kind of like a CPU's transformation in the Neptunia games. But you really can't reach 100% while you're transformed, or you will die. And every time you get hit, you also gain some percent in that bug form. So we don't want that to happen either. We got to really worry about our bug percentage. Right now, you see at the top right, it's gone now, but it showed up for a second. You saw both characters at 0. Right now, we're going to do one more try before we start losing time for not learning it. One more try for her 15 SP skill. Oh, and we got it. That's really important because now we can use her 15 SP skill later to try and learn her 85, and 85 will be in-game use. Without it, we're going to lose a lot of time. We really need to 85. Oh, unfortunate that lizard saw me. Alright, we dodged it. Right now we're just getting keys. Unlocking doors. We're about to get to our first cutscene that we can't instantly skip. Every cutscene that has a choice in it cannot be instantly skipped. If I would have chosen the wrong choice there, I would have had to start the game over. But thankfully, I have a safety save in every single chapter, so if the game lags or something meets my input, then I don't have to worry about losing too much time. Right, I picked up a chest there with 9,000 INI, game's currency. We're gonna be doing a little shopping trip later. Need that money. Coming up, you're gonna see a console exclusive. If you skip these cutscenes fast enough, thanks to the Lily prompt that we'll get afterwards. We have a music glitch. We have the music that plays in the cutscene instead of the Overworld music. This will happen twice in the run, 3 times if I get something very specific to happen. Gonna buy that weapon, 2 rapid rings, and leave that shop. Alright, Death End Request is a very unique game. You balance between real life and virtual reality, which is what we're currently in. What I grabbed there was a real life item. I did that to get a speed boost by doing a preemptive strike. Alright, let's do some menuing here. Set her 15 SP skill, get rid of Lily, or equip her weapon, get rid of Lily. Now we're going to real life here. It's like really complicated to explain because it's a lot going on. This game has so much going on in a really short amount of time, but it's really split between real life and in virtual reality. Your character here, Sheena, is stuck in the virtual reality world, and a friend of hers in real life is trying to find a way to get her out of it. So you'll see like us playing in the game and then the real life unfold on how they're exactly going to try to figure out how to get Sheena out of the game. And it's a lot to balance through. Alright, so we gotta get this cutscene here, go back to real life. Now we're in another choice, so we gotta slowly skip all this. Hoping to not choose the incorrect choice. Alright, we're good so far, so we just leave. Open the door, get a cutscene, run forward, get 2 cutscenes, start a fight. One shot the boss, because we're pretty dang strong now. 4 cutscenes or 5, something like that. Cutscenes until we it says we have an item. Right there. So that's 4. Now, hope this enemy's not looking in our direction. It's staring at the wall. That's good. I hate dodging those things. Now we get 4 more cutscenes. All right, now each dungeon's connected by this overworld here. And this overworld has the same music playing. The day the world ended. This song is a really good song. I'm glad it plays on every in-between area. Because a lot of shenanigans can happen in all these in-between areas, so you need something good to listen to at least to keep your sanity. I butchered that badly. Alright, 2 more cutscenes and hit L2. We got our second party member that's actually going to be in our party. Poor Lily. She thinks she's a party member, but we don't really use her in this ending. Or on this difficulty. Get a key, dodge the lizard, come over here, get a thing, another key. Alright, and here's where we get our items from watching the cutscenes here. We want that one. Now we're going to give her the Proof of Defiance. And we're going to watch the real life cutscene that we have. In this game, you cannot advance. Like, all those typical things like you see that will make sure you don't advance until you do something specific. It's usually doors in this game. The doors are locked until you've seen that real life cutscene. So they are forced on you. You cannot skip them. There's no known way to skip any of them yet. We got another real life item there. So it's time to go to the wrong place to get to the real life cutscene. Alright, now if you have to go to the bathroom, grab a drink or a snack, we got a really much longer than necessary crane cutscene here. I kid you not, you can probably go do a like grab a drink and it'd probably still be coming or going on by the time you get back. There's no way to skip this. This is forced. Every time. Alright. You'll see me doing zigzags on those small boards there. It's fast. It keeps your speed going. Because if you run into an edge, you slow down. I want another preemptive strike on that lizard to give Al a speed boost. By the way, our new character's name is Al. Probably can see it on the top right there. She's going to be our heavy hitter until we finally get our third party member that's going to stay in the party for a while. But yet again, she's going to be relying on skills that we need her to learn that's very specific combos and very low odds. Well, not very low. I think we're at the point, the odds raised the higher level you are. I don't know the exact odds. I want to say maybe like 25 to 33% chance. It's still pretty low. We want her to learn Soul Lance, at least during this fight. Oh, I forgot to do, I was talking and I forgot to go over the real life cutscene. Good going, me. See, that's what I mean. If you miss a real life cutscene, the door just won't let you do anything. And now it magically lets me. That's how you can tell if you forgot a cutscene. Alright, so I'm willing to use a specific combo with Al, and if we learn Soul Lance during that combo, we have a chance to one-shot this boss, actually. Pick up those white glitch orbs to boost her attack even more. She didn't learn it. We're going to give her another try. Skip Sheena's turn. Oh, she didn't learn it. And he's still alive. I got a third try at least. We really want her to have spear. Oh my gosh, she won't get spear. That's bad luck. Okay, we got another 2 tries. We can still learn spear and then lance right afterwards. There is a chance. Alright, anyway, this chapter's done. We just gotta leave the dungeon. So we're just doing a fine dash to the exit. But yeah, that's unusual. The odds are at least usually high enough. Woo! Dodge. Hey, you should get it by the 3rd try. I have been like 6+ tries and not learning spear, so RNG do be RNG. Right, as soon as we leave this chapter, we get another cutscene like this. And another party member. She will be in our party, but she's actually not useful. It's just wastes too much time to get rid of her now. Alright, this enemy here can be a pain in the butt. Thankfully he's not. He looked at the wall again. That guy can spawn blocking that entire alleyway right there because it's so small. Alright, now we have a couple of enemies here that can be in our way. Like him, he's definitely encountering us. There's no way around it. Right, the bird's looking away from us. Will the second... Oh, he's not. Will the second worm be looking away from us? Awesome. So we only had 1 encounter. If we encountered that worm and then got that cutscene and skipped it fast enough, we'll have another music glitch. That's what I was talking about, a 3rd music glitch. We had some very specific things happen. It didn't happen, I mean, it was good. We don't want it to happen. Alright, so, Idea Factory thought it'd be a good idea to make this cutscene unskippable, and you have to spam the X button to skip these text boxes. We can't skip this cutscene any other way. So the speed of this cutscene here is just as fast as you can hit the X button. Sounds like a nice little wholesome cutscene. And then a big giant robot shows up and kills the almost kills the ever-loving heck out of Sheena. The NPC Clea is like, "Yo, let me heal her," and then the real life person, you know, who's helping Sheena is like, "No, I don't trust you. Let me analyze your item." So that's why we had to pick that choice. And now we're hanging out with this girl who's also a friend of ours, and we're about to get ran over, and our character's like, "Nah, man, I'll get ran over. I'll just push her out of the way." But we don't get ran over. Some special force from above saved our life, or whatever. But after this interrogation, yet more story. It's a very complicated story. It's really good. I highly recommend this game if you want like a very intriguing story. As Glitchy said earlier. But it is a lot to talk about, so I'll only explain basics. I'll probably be skipping 90% of it. Alright, now we're healed. We can come back to it. This guy can time stop us, by the way, which means we can't move forever. I still didn't learn Spear. What? Oh no! We got one more try to get at least Spear. We got at least Spear, guys. Alright, we were hoping for her to learn Lance by that fight, but Spear is better than her 3 SP skill. Coming up in the next chapter is going to be an unwinnable fight under normal circumstances, but if Al can get lucky enough and learn Lance during this fight, we'll be able to win and get a metric crap ton of experience. That will help us out later. Another real life cutscene here that's going to give us an item. Go to real life. Get that cutscene out of the way, or else we can't even leave the dungeon. Right, Sheena also didn't learn her 85 skill during that robot battle, so our end game's going to be rough. Alright, you might have noticed in the last run, the SVS run, there's a few instances where VGM touched a save point. So we can warp back to it later. We're going to be doing the same thing here. We want to touch this warp marker. So we'll be able to warp back here to later. Very important we do that. Now we just dodge all these enemies. We're going to go to the Rosario Forest. It's my favorite song of the whole game. Very calm and peaceful, relaxing. But the story as a whole actually turns up to 11 starting here, so they choose the most peaceful dungeon to go crazy with the story. We get another character that we won't use. Touch that, so we don't get a tutorial later. Don't notice us. He noticed us. Can I dodge him? Oh, and he back attacked. Awesome. Alright, so, let's fix that. Do I have items to heal? Ah, I don't, Clea don't need healing anyway. Alright, we're gonna have to do a preemptive strike later to get my speed back. Alright, we're getting that key here. There's another cutscene that we can't really skip because it's a choice. Both of those mean the same thing, but we have to pick a very specific one to advance. Here's our second and last music glitch. Alright, okay, hopefully he didn't see us. Oh, we got another real life item, go back to the real life. Do that cutscene. And just get to the next area as quick as possible. This is like a mazed type dungeon in a way. But it doesn't really try hard to get you lost. I don't know why I hit the X button there. I'll take that. I'll never know. Alright, we're going to save a little bit of time here. Instead of going back to this portal, we're going to fall down here and go back to the first portal. That will be right next to the one we just opened. I still never preemptive striked an enemy. I might need to do that. I'll do it to the frog up here that I'll be seeing soon. Really need the speed boost. Thank you for attacking Clay. Alright. It's RNG. Whether or not, well, when you lose your speed from a back attack and you're trying to get it back, it's RNG on whether it take 1 or 2 tries. That time it took 2 tries, sadly. You'll either go from speed loss to speed normal to speed boost, but if you get lucky, you can go straight from speed loss to speed boost. The game picks and chooses for you. You have no say in this. That gorilla thing can be in the way. He can be in the way. All these enemies can be in the way. So we got really good luck here. We don't want no more enemy encounters. We can help it. We had to circle this entire dungeon just to get a key to be able to interact with that key. Just to activate a bridge to get over here. Alright. Coming up is that unwinnable fight I was talking about. We're supposed to just stay alive and defend until the end, but we're going to actually try to win. Not going to be guaranteed, because we don't have Al's lance. But hopefully she'll learn it while we're trying to win. We gotta transform into our bug form, though. Oh, that's not good. That encounter earlier raised my bug form way too high. Oh, no. Well, uh-oh. I don't know. I don't have a backup here. We're just going to defend. How about that? We'll just do it the normal way. I don't care about Lily. Backup strats. Oh my god, you actually... Thank you! She didn't learn it after all that. Alright, so we're gonna try it one more time. Oh my god. I can't. We're just gonna try to have her learn it at least. What a disaster. It'll be over soon. Al's dead though. Now she learns it. Alright. This file will basically be Sheena trying to learn her 85 skill. I swear, this is just how bad the game is on its luck dependency. One thing goes wrong and this can spiral out of complete control. But Al learned 40 and Sheena has her 85 skills, so we're very solid for the rest of the game. Now we gotta go through this loop a couple of times because we're forced to. It's one of those events where we'll come over here, think when we're leaving, but it sends us back over here and the characters have no idea what's going on. They start like realizing they're walking in circles. The frog's on the bridge, because of course it is. By the time I get here again, the frog's gonna be on the bridge again. This run's going fascinating. I was hoping to finally have the run that would actually break the curse we've been having so far. Nope. Alright, we're finally out of this disaster. I lost 2.5 minutes to that chapter. This is one of the most brutal cutscenes here. You choose the choice that sounds like it's the one that will actually be a death end, but it's actually the one that advances you farther. And the main character, like, gets his ear chopped off. It's very brutal. He loses his whole freaking ear. But after that happens, we're gonna now encounter the main character of the game. Sure, Sheena is, but Celica's the real main character. Let's be real. She's so overpowered and unfair to this game. It's not, like, even funny. And this dungeon right here, the Sanatheus Temple, is a nightmare for having way too many enemies for you to dodge, and a lot of a chance that at least a few of them will be in your way. We encountered that enemy to give Celica the speed boost. Right, so I haven't ran with losing to Rapuka in a while, because that used to be the strat before we learned we can actually beat her. So, there's going to be a few differences. The main difference is Celica is now faster than Al. Normally, Al would be faster than Celica. But that's not going to be the case. So I got to dig deep in my memory of exactly how do I handle these fights back in the day. Real life item, and now we're forced to watch this cutscene with a little bit of fan service here. It doesn't matter which choice we do. Just like one of the few, or probably the only cutscene where it doesn't matter which choice we do. We have to watch that one, because a forced cutscene later will be in its spot. Al, it's too late to learn skills, man. Too late for him to matter. You don't need your 150. Alright, the first half of this is done. There's like I call them like 3 sections of this dungeon. That's the first third. The whole theme of this is going through and fighting 4 groups of frogs. And every group after that will have 1 additional frog. So the first one will have 1 frog, the second one will have 2, you know, all the way up to 4 will have 4 frogs. they're going to drop a key that we need to advance the dungeon to get to the next. We got to get to the fourth one to drop the key that unlocks the final door, the boss. So yeah, it's another thing that we cannot skip any of. As fun as it would be to skip half of this dungeon or most of it, we can't do that, sadly. Oh my god, I'm just going to take that encounter. All these enemies are blocking the frog spawns. Alright, I am on easy mode. If you were playing on any other difficulty, those bugs on the ground actually hurt you. But on easy mode, only bugs from specific fights hurt you. But on easy mode, you don't have to worry about it too much. This was the cutscene we were forced to watch. So we had to... Oh my god, we're 3 for 3. That's wild. This run is one of the runs of all time. Another reason you'll see me picking up bugs seemingly randomly will be because it refills your SP. Celica's main move that deals damage costs 120. Are you joking? Can we dodge? Ah, yes. Awesome, we didn't have all 4 of them blocked by an enemy. Alright, we want this item here. We'll give it to Sheena later. It's a weapon. Dodge him. There's going to be a fish up here. I'm not even going to try to dodge the fish. I'm just going to run into him. You can dodge them, but it's really hard. And if you miss it, you just might as well just run into it. So, I run into him. Hope this enemy's not in the way. Not him, but the one that's near the door we have to get to. Alright, he's not. Alright, so be careful on this boss here. If you run this game, if you accidentally run away... like me, sometimes, because I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. You can't go back to the fight, and you're forced to death end. Oh my god, he lived. That's not good. What a time loss. Owl's poisoned. I love this game. That was actually a pretty good Synatheus overall. Alright, but now we're doing the dungeon revisits. We're going to be going back to some of the dungeons you've seen before. But we have to do them a different way, or we're in different parts. And coming up is what's called the meme jump. It's like the only trick in this game, that you can a thing that you can call a trick. It's going to be where we each character has an ability in this game that you can use for some stuff like exploration. And the girl we got in Rosaria Forest can make you see invisible floors. And that's in a section of this dungeon will have the invisible floor. We're supposed to use her skill on to see where to jump and everything. But we're going to not do that and hope we don't fall. We're going to be on the second story. And the first will be right below us. If I jump wrong and fall, it'll be losing a minute. But my pride won't let me just do it the way we're supposed to. So get your guesses in chat if I'll get it first try or not. But first, that's not until the near end of the chapter. We gotta get this real life item here and watch a few cutscenes. that's done. Now we're going to be encountering the first of what's called the characters in your party going crazy and transforming into their bug cells because they can't control it anymore. Because the bugs aren't natural, they're not supposed to be a part of your body. So we're going to be fighting the first character that joined us, Lily, in her bug form, aka the fan service form. Now we're going to one-shot her with Celica. This is New Game, by the way. It looks like a New Game Plus, but I'm not joking. If you ever wanted to learn an Idea Factory speed run, this is the simplest one to get into. Because if you learn those skills that are needed, and even without them, you'll only lose like a minute or two throughout the whole run. This game is just very unbalanced, but for the player, it really is. But only on easy mode. If you want to play this game, you really love this game, but you want something more fun than a free speedrun, then you definitely play normal or hard, where your damage is done less damage. This guy's in my way, so I'm going to encounter him a few times. One of them's going to be a back attack, because of course it's a back attack. And I hit right 3 times there, by the way. That was exactly what Celica does when you hit right 3 times, apparently. Alright, did I get the first try speed buff, or did I go back to neutral? Hope I went back to neutral. Alright. Meme jump or no meme jump? That is the question. But yeah, if you want to play this game but you don't want it handed out to you, normal and hard will be it for you. Oh, missed it! Oh no! I bet it was by a few pixels too. God bless this game. The fact that enemy looked in your direction is actually pretty rare, and he's done it twice. Look at all these enemies looking in your direction. They won't stop looking in your direction. My God, don't get stuck on the door. That's what it's supposed to look like. Oh my God! There's 360 degrees they can be looking. But they are looking in the few degrees that are my way. This is a highlight of a lifetime. We got one more or two more? I think it's one more enemy. Will he be looking at us? No! Yeah, we didn't get them all. On the bright side, we didn't get them all. Alright, now that that nightmare is over, we are in Rosaria Forest Part 2. Very short chapter, the shortest in the game. It's really navigation, finding all the keys, but in reality we only need 3 keys. There's a route to skip one of those and do it with 2 keys, but it's somehow slower than getting 3, so we still get 3 keys. Until someone can find a version of the 2-key route that's actually faster than the 3-key. You can make it make sense, but probably fail. It says farther distance traveled to get to skip the 3rd key. I tried to go for a frame perfect express. I did it a bit too early. Alright, it's very short. We get just one little tiny boss fight. It's going to be against the second character we got added to our party, Al. She's going to turn into her bug form. And just going to get yeeted in one shot by Celica again. He might see us. Stay very far away from him. We don't want him to be in the way. Alright, we're good. Oh. What do you mean I transformed into my bug form? No. What did I do wrong with Celica? Either way, Al was 2 fights. But she just gets one shot in both of them. And we get another decently long cutscene here with a choice. Someday I will make the tutorial on all the correct choices for this game for anyone who wants to learn it. I'll never know why I hit L1 there. The hardest part of this game really is just learning the choices. If you can memorize all the choices, then the rest can be pretty easy. Other than wanting to reset for, like, if you're going for the world record. Going for a world record in this game is actually dicks because of all the RNG you have to follow. But if you're just playing for fun and casual and you don't care if you're in first place or not, this game is insanely fun. I highly suggest it as a play. Give her that, give her that. I don't know what we're trying to give you. I'm just going to give you this stuff. Hit the real world button for no reason. Now we're out of there. This is why we talked to that marker earlier. We need to go back to the Aloha Wilderness. That's what I call it. I'm not even going to try to pronounce how it's actually spelled. Enemy positions, what are they this run? That snail's never in my way. Alright, we're gonna get another speed boost because our speed boost, actually, I still probably would have had it since I lost it and had to regain it. But normally at this point, getting the speed boost from where you normally get it last would have worn off, so we get it again there. Alright, so now we're back in this dungeon. This is a tricky dungeon. We gotta get a real world item, but it's blocked by an enemy with the world's biggest hitbox because he's the world's biggest enemy. Why in the heck Idea Factory thought it would be a good idea to get an enemy the size of a skyscraper is beyond me, but he seems to be looking opposite of me, so maybe I can get good luck. Good luck on this enemy is like a 10% chance, by the way. Oh my god, we actually had something go right in a marathon. What is this? I kid you not, dodging him is the most difficult part of this game. And on PC, you can actually skip the travel back by doing a little loading little thing because it's faster to save and load on PC than it is on the PS5. Do I have 240 yet? Okay, I do. Gotta do this fight twice. Alright, we're gonna transform with Al. Try to one-shot her? Okay. Or two-shot her. It's dang near impossible, if not impossible, to two-shot her if you don't transform there. It's not guaranteed to two-shot her even with the transformation, but it definitely helps. Because the transformation raises your attack stat. I have a bunch of real-life cutscenes here in a row, including this one that has a choice. Alright, coming up is the reason why Sheena needed the 85 SP skill. This dragon here is very weak to magic, and we want it to die really quickly. If we get it to a specific health threshold, which I believe is like half or 3/4, it has a chance of transforming, and then its health is refills. And all of its stats also refill, or they go up. Oh, I missed so many hits there. Holy crap, Sheena missed almost every single one of them. That's not good. She got it that time. He was supposed to die from that, by the way, but Sheena said, screw it, I'm going to miss every hit. I'm not even going to deal half. Thankfully, he didn't go, like, he didn't transform. He pretty much had the choice to if he wanted. He was nice. Alright, so from here on out, we don't want an encounter at all. From here on out, encounters are dangerous and very hard to run away from. And the farther we get, the more dangerous and harder to run away from they get. Up to chapter 11, when it becomes like a 5% chance or something dumb to run away. And then like, just 2 or 3 attacks from every enemy will kill your whole party. So fun stuff that we don't want to see. And coming up is the second best dungeon theme in my opinion. Or probably the best if you like heavy stuff more than softer stuff. This theme rocks. Matches a volcano, in my opinion. This dungeon also has the worst boss in the game. The squid boss. I don't memorize these bosses by name. Like every other runner. I just call it the squid boss. Ah! And he can kill Sheena. We don't want him to. He can also paralyze Ow. We don't want him to. Hopefully he'll die in just 2 Celica attacks and 1 Owl attack, but it could take even more hits than that. So we'll see what is planted for us in this run. And I'll shut up for a few seconds to let you listen to this epic music. Well, that was enough being quiet. We dodged a lot of the enemies so far. Alright. We're not out of the ballpark yet, but we still got 2 more enemies left that can ruin our day. Alright, coming up is a strat that I actually, one of the few things I actually contributed to this game. Paralyzing, or attempting to paralyze this dragon with Celica. So if it survives Sheena, it won't move. Because it can survive Sheena, just like the last one did. The reason why we didn't paralyze the last dragon is, for some reason, they're the same dragon, but the last one can't be paralyzed. Make it make sense. Alright, that item box was the final weapon we pick up. And it's the thing that will take Celica to, like, max out attack. This game has a maxed out attack that you can reach in this. Oh, no, 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 no. That was bad. Potentially bad. We dodged him, though. We got one more even worse if he's looking our way. Okay, he's not. Alright, please be good to me, Squid Boss. Prage. Sheena almost died, but no one got paralyzed. He dodged a lot of Owl's attacks. Get the bug, please. Oh, he actually died in 3 hits, even after dodging almost every one of Owl's attacks. That was actually pretty lucky. We take those victories. Alright, we're going to the end game, the final area that it's split into 2 chapters. Odyssea. The story leads you, talks about this place the entire time. We're finally here. It has a very epic piece of music. And we'll actually get to listen to it for a bit, because it's a 5-minute long dungeon. And also, just like I said, we don't want an encounter, because Chapter 11 is like a 5% chance or less to run away. Chapter 10 is also around 10% or less. And they can still kill you in like just 2 or 3 attacks from every enemy. So he's looking in our direction. Oh, don't trust that. Alright, we're good, we're good. Now we're going to come up with this little mini-boss here. We're going to try to one-shot it with Celica. We're going to have Celica transform. It has like a, I don't know, 50% chance of dying. But if he lives, he's going to give you a very long walking anime. He died! If there was one thing in this game I wanted to show off, it was the meme jump, and it was killing him one shot. That saves a lot of time. If he lives, he does the world's longest walking transformation. We are not getting on this bridge. If you look at the radar at the top right there, that enemy is not in a good spot. We are soft locked until he moves. And he's just moving in our way. He might be facing right. Awesome. Pay attention to that dot when you're running this game. I have died to that bridge enemy very often. He is in your way more often than he should be. And it's near the end of the game, which is so dumb. Alright, we're about to get a bunch of cutscenes in a row, followed by another bug fight against our mightiest character. We have to fight Celica. And boy, does she also, her AI boss self, hit like a truck. The first fight is nothing crazy. We one-shot her with Al. The second fight, we can't damage her with Al because her weakness changes. But on the second fight, she can one-shot Sheena. It's a 50-50 chance if she one-shots or if Sheena lives. We want Sheena to live, basically. This first fight's nothing. We just... She moves first on the second fight. So we can't do nothing about her one-shotting Sheena. Just pray you don't... She didn't! Sheena didn't one-shot. Oh dear, that's rare. I have no SP. The bugs deal so much glitch percent. That's bad. If you don't one-shot her with Sheena, which is really rare, because it's very common for Sheena to one-shot her, you're almost screwed if you're not careful. But that's over. The rest of the game is pretty free. We get this big bad final boss here that's talked about as much as the Odysseus was. But he's incredibly weak to magic. He just melts by Sheena looking at him wrong. Yeah, the Rapuka fight does raise your odds. But even without it, you can still one-shot. Very commonly. I'm gonna do a little menu here. That robot looks like he has a really big hitbox, but he is a nothing burger. You can dodge him almost every time. Now here's another bridge enemy that can be in a way, and it's hard to see until, okay. We're gonna be safe. That one is misleading because you actually have to get onto the bridge a little bit to see if he's in your way. And most of the time, by the time you're on the bridge to see if he's in the way, he's noticed you. I've also had runs die to him quite a bit. Now, here's the section of the run where you show off everybody's abilities. And one enemy that is the most well-known. I think I saw him walk this way. Guys, we're soft-locked again until that dot moves to the left. Or right. Or just goes backwards. We're not moving. This, encountering him is a guaranteed kill. Okay, he's moving. As long as he doesn't turn around. It's basically over. We're around a minute or less from done. Barely underestimate. I'm starting to wonder. Alright, that was the final boss, but we're not done yet. We get a few cutscenes, and then we control a bear that can't get an encounter, can't interact with anything, can't jump, can't do anything. And timer ends as soon as we get to this cutscene marker in a few seconds. And time. What a disaster! A perfect showcase for a marathon. I want to see if I can get the ending theme to play, because I ain't heard it since I beat the game. I don't know exactly which one of these cutscenes it is. Alright, yeah, let's play it. That is it for Death End Request. It's a really fun game. It can be really challenging with all the enemy dodging, but it's insanely fun. I recommend it. It's not hard to get into at all. Like I said, if you want to do the easiest run. If you want to learn normal or hard, it gets a little more crazy, having to rely on RNG, but it's still not that bad. The runs are relatively short. I think True End hard is like barely above an hour on PC, or it might be sub-hour at this point. I'm not too sure. The world record for this on PS5 is a 50-20, and on the world record on the PC is like a 44 something. So it's a really short game. If you want a short game but fun, I recommend it. I'll shut up because I ain't heard this song in years. Wow, that was actually really good. Beautifully sung. But yeah, that is it for this game. I hope you all enjoyed it somewhat. We had 127,000 encounters. Someday I would like to go back in this run and just look at to count all the enemies that were looking in our direction, because it was actually absurd. Even like when you get bad luck, that is absurd. Even for bad luck, it was definitely a run, including the missed meme jump. So we got to see how much time lost for missing that jump as well. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll see you for. I hope you are ready for the next run. I don't have the schedule on me at the moment.
Next round is Rebirth 2, all trophies by Rav.
Alright, the next round is the Rebirth 2 All Trophies run by Rav. So I hope you enjoy that. And the next time you'll see me in this will be when we do the slightly faster version of SVS as our second to last game tomorrow. So I hope y'all take it easy, and I'll join y'all in